David, thank you. Well, with the start of the school year just around the corner now, teachers should see more engagement in the classroom because on July 1st, all public school districts in the state had to be compliant with a new state law limiting cell phone usage in schools. Research compiled by the Wisconsin Office of Children's Mental Health finding that too much smartphone time can hurt kids' social skills, critical thinking, and impulse control. They also found many parents support this ban. A 2025 Pew Research survey finding 74% of U.S. adults support banning middle and high school students from using cell phones during class. That's up from 68% just last fall. And a Wisconsin Policy Forum report showing schools with phone bans see stronger social connections, better classroom focus, and even lower levels of psychological distress among students. New at 5 tonight, our Taylor Zebel speaking with one district with a policy in place and another that will implement a policy starting in just a few weeks.
Appleton Area School District is required to have a cell phone restriction policy in place before the first day of school. Last year, they already had a policy for middle school students where they had to keep their phones in their lockers. But high schoolers will be seeing this policy for the first time, where their phones cannot be visible inside classrooms and other instructional areas.
So this was a welcome state statute that we really think will help us. And I think our teachers are feeling more relieved in doing what they need to do and to teach students and get them engaged in the classroom without that distraction.
Students will be able to use their phones in the hallways and at lunch. The district will keep an open mind once the school year starts if they feel the policy needs some improving.
It's all about the implementation at the site level. So as we work with our students and as we work with our staff, we will make sure that we're always following that board policy, but we'll revisit how is this working? Do we have to tweak anything?
Neenah Joint School District has already had a cell phone policy in place for 3 years and has already seen an improvement in the classrooms.
Really, it just came from feedback that we got from our teachers of frustrated with distractions, kids on their phone, not being as engaged in class. So a couple years back, we put our policy in place to help keep students engaged in the classroom.
Every classroom in the high school has phone pockets, where each student puts their phone in an assigned number before the start of class. The district sends surveys out twice a year to get a feel for how things are going.
They've noted increased engagement, much deeper discussions that our students are having, but one of the more interesting things is how our students react. They're actually, they give us pretty positive feedback about it as well. They're happy that the distraction is away from them and that they're able to focus better in class.
Both school districts say consistency is important when it comes to this phone policy and making sure everyone is in the same routine. Reporting in the Fox Valley, Taylor Zebel, Action 2 News.